going to go ahead now and give you the demonstration on how the AxeTrak actually works and what it does. Right now I have my PV Ultra head. This is a 120 watt head, and I'm set on the dirty channel. And I'm going to go ahead and just play a little bit. You probably won't hear this. I don't know if you'll hear it at all. There it is. Same thing without touching any volume. You can see that I can talk over it. I'm strumming it right now, and my voice is clearly louder than that. So I'd guess somewhere around 65 or 70 dB. Now there's a button on the back that allows you to go from the internal AxeTrak, which is one of these inside, and also the AxeTrak in addition to the 112. We're going through a small mixer, and everything is set flat. You can get more bass, more highs, you can cut or do whatever, but we want you to see what the signal sounds like before we add or subtract, you know, treble, bass, mid-range. Now later I'm going to go ahead and actually plug in to the guitar version, and you'll see it's actually the same exact thing. There is actually one of these unmodified inside of here. So what you're hearing, just so you know, it is actually the same on whether it be the small one, the mid-size version, or the large 312. The direct sound is exactly the same thing with our own custom driver and our own custom microphone inside. Another feature on the AxeTrak is the high frequency roll-off switch here. And the reason we have that on there, there's a lot of amps out there, say, be it Mesa Boogie or some of the Crank, they have a high-end sizzle. And say you have your tone set and you've got a good sound, you know, it gives you the articulation on the low bass notes, and you don't want to change that. But then again, you hear this high-end sizzle and you just want to cut off, say, from 7K and above. That's what this guy does. Doesn't really change the shape of your tone. It just kind of rolls off the end without having to, you know, do it through other extra devices or whatnot. We put a fuse right there on the front, and we tell everyone, if you ever hit the guitar and you see the light come on, but you don't hear any sound, that lets you know that you have a blown fuse. You just pull it out, 25 cents, and pop another one in, but you never damage the internal components of the AxeTrak. The port on the side, it's right, looking at the front of the unit, it's right on the left-hand side of the unit. We have this one already turned to the side to show you. What this is, it's a screw port that allows you to very easily unscrew it. Want more of a pronounced bass response, you can unscrew that, and now the speaker is allowed to really breathe and develop those low frequencies. It's not something that you have to do, but there has been some cases where musicians have stated that they want all the lows they can possibly get. So this allows you to do that. One of the unique things, we kind of mentioned it earlier, is this is also where you'd want to go ahead and put additional mic if you wanted to mix the direct sound from the front of the AxeTrak with another sound. This would be the place where you'd put either a 57, 58, or whatever you use right up to this hole, and you can actually hear the sound coming out of there, and then blend the two together to create various combinations for your sound. I'm going to go ahead and actually play so you can see how much sound actually comes out now. So that sound that you hear is what's coming out of the hole here. Now you can actually get some cool manual tremolo sounds or tremomo sounds. Keep it shut for a sec and then move it.
AxeTrak.
That's crazy.
Crank your stack and your neighbors won't talk back.
That's classic. Right now I'm going to talk a little bit about the bass version of the AxeTrak. Right now we are in silent mode, and as I'm popping on the strings here, you will see, if it'll show, that the green LED lights up every time I hit the bass string. But actually what you hear, the bass here is actually louder than the sound coming from this. Now if I open the bass port, because there's one of these ports on the back of here as well, you get even more bottom. The bass version of the AxeTrak uses an eminence speaker that was designed just for this application, whereas the other ones have our own speaker for the guitar version. But this has a different driver that gives you even more lows, and then you'll go ahead with the port, and everything else is totally the same between the two units. Another difference between the bass version and the guitar version handles roughly 75 watts RMS. Now the bass version, because you're moving clean tones, and 9 times out of 10 most bass players want clean tone, you just turn it up until the LED begins to flicker. That will be your cleanest recorded tone. And just like the other unit, it has a fuse so that you can't hurt the internal components. You play too loud, the fuse will let you know, and you have to change a 25-cent fuse. What we have now, we've taken the cables that were hooking up the larger B36, and we've just moved them to the smaller bass version. We call it the tabletop version of the AxeTrak here. This is a bass version, and I'm going to play a few notes, and it should sound exactly the same as what you heard here. A lot of people will say, oh, well, it's bass, you can just go direct. If you've ever been in the studio and tried to go in and fix a little part from a recording that was done with a full cabinet, it's like night and day. Just like we did with the guitar version, I'm going to show you just how quiet the bass version is as well. Now I'm going to just go ahead and basically, that's it. It's all going on inside the box. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video and finding out about the AxeTrak and our products. My name is Jeff Harris. If you have any questions, concerns, or any interest, by all means contact us at www.axetrak.com, and we will be more than happy to take care of you. Until then, rock on.